फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, welcome to Cricket Next. I am Suramya Kaushik. Wish you all a very, very happy Independence Day. Well, today we saw a number of reports regarding Team India. One of the reports said that Asia Cup squad will be in front of us by 20th of this month. Now, what are the other details? Let's hear it out from our guests. And for that, I have with me Srinivas Rao, Jamie Alter, and Chaitanya Nanda. Hello, gentlemen. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. I hope you had a great day today. So I was talking about the reports that we saw today. Srini, I want to know from you, what are we expecting on the lines of Asia Cup squad, who all are going to be there, especially with the names of KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer?
So, yeah, I'm not sure about Shreyas, and because again, he was recovering very well, although I'm not sure if he's recovered well enough to be part of the Asia Cup. Okay. Last I spoke with people, they sounded extremely confident about Shreyas also. But again, I've not been given, the final word. But where KL is concerned, he's coming back into the squad. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Final.
And, sorry?
Is that final? KL is coming
Yeah,
back?
KL will come back into the squad. And in fact, the way I think the team management sees it is as, the number 4 coming back. In terms of KL, because unless we have Shreyas in the scheme of things, so I'm not very sure about Shreyas. I'm not 100% sure about Shreyas, but KL, last I heard, he's way back into the squad. So Asia Cup, Rohit, Shubman, Virat, KL, Ishan, Hardik, Shardul, Ravindra Jadeja, Aksar, Bumrah, Siraj, Yadav, Chahal, those squad, दो members बचते हैं. That is 13 I have listed. So as sure as I think about the remaining 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Our show is about the remaining 2. Jamie, Srini clearly mentioned here that KL will be coming back to the squad. He's not so sure about Shreyas Iyer. I want to know from you how important Shreyas Iyer's return will be for the Indian team. And as I'm speaking this, we have a video that Rishabh Pant recently shared. He shared it yesterday, where we can see Shreyas Iyer. So how important Iyer's return is to this team?
Yeah, from a statistical point, it's massive because, like we've discussed for many, many months, he's been India's most successful batsman in ODIs for the last 2 years. But again, like Srini said, and we're also hearing this from some time now, he's the least likely one to make it back in time. We hope कि वो हो जाए, but practically speaking, I think let's focus more on KL Rahul. While KL Rahul's one-day stats at number 5 are far better than they are at number 4, like Shrini just mentioned, अभी number 4 की option हमारे पास है ही नहीं कोई. And if he's fit and he's keeping, then I'd love to see him bat at 4. क्योंकि 5, 6, 7 के पास आपके पास फिर भी option है, and 1, 2, 3 are sorted. So while we hope that Iyer comes back, let's not keep our hopes too high, and let's prepare ourselves for an Asia Cup, and hopefully, more importantly, a World Cup where a fully fit KL Rahul, like we see in these videos, is batting at number 4, because 20 साल हो गए और अभी number 4 का issue चलता रह रहा है Indian team के साथ.
Yeah. It seems like a never-ending issue. Chaitanya, I want to know from you. This time it's Asia Cup. This month itself, it will start, and then in less than 2 months, we'll be heading to ODI World Cup. Now, Srini already mentioned his 13 members for the Asia Cup squad. I want to know from you the 15 members, and I want you to complete that whole squad, because it's said that most likely Asia Cup squad will be for the World Cup as well. So, keeping both the tournaments in mind, what kind of squad are you looking forward to?
See, the most important thing in this making the squad, that the fitness of the players, that is very, very much important, because we cannot
Yeah.
just just for the namesake we go for KL Rahul, or we go for Shreyas Iyer because we have a problem, so we have just want to solve it. But if you see Shreyas Iyer ki jagah pe kahin na kahin we have seen a glimpse in Tilak Verma, who is doing really well. This boy is in prime form right now. He looks sensible guy. So I think if that guy doesn't come well, doesn't get fit, then we have this thing sorted, I think. For me, what the main problem look like is Surya Kumar Yadav. A lot of people will not might agree with me, But Surya Kumar Yadav को हमने देखा on and off, he is not very consistent. So we need a consistent player for one days. We need somebody who can bat through the innings and keep a very sensible mind, sensible head on the shoulders to take the team to the closing time of the game. And Tilak Verma is a player who can, just do that very well. We have seen that in domestic, we have seen that everywhere. For me, so as you said, 15 opening is Rohit, Shubman, Virat Kohli. Number 4, if Shreyas Iyer fit, yes or no, then Tilak Verma. 5, Surya Kumar Yadav. Somebody needs to sit with him and talk to him. Number 6, Hardik Pandya. Number 7, KL Rahul or Ishan Kishan. Then number 8, Shardul Thakur, Akshar Patel. 9, okay, I will go with the fast bowlers. Shardul Thakur. Then Bumrah, 9. Then 10 is your Siraj. 11 is Shami. So you have 4 fast bowlers. Then you have spinners. 12 is Chahal, 13 is Kuldeep Yadav. Then you have two players, whom you can keep it in your team. So whom Indian team wants to go here? You want to have a backup keeper,
That's a big
which can be Ishan Kishan, and then you can have a number 4, number 5 backup player who can be Tilak Verma for me. It is very surprising कि मैं तिलक वर्मा को बहुत जल्दी डाल रहा हूँ वर्ल्ड कप के लिए, but I think Tilak Verma should be kept there because हमें prime time पे ऐसे प्लेयर को
But
मौका देना
Chaitanya,
चाहिए
over
because
there,
it's a
talking about
we
World
need
Cup,
to see who is in
I
the
believe
red hot.
Chaitanya, I believe Tilak Verma won't be playing in the World Cup because he's already in the squad for the Asian Games. So he won't be there in the World Cup. So we'll be thinking of having Tilak Verma only in the Asia Cup,
I
right?
think there's still a time, and given the opportunity, given the things, they can see they want to have Sanju Samson at that stage. But having Sanju Samson, Ishan Kishan, and KL Rahul in the squad, that doesn't make any sense, you know. So
Okay.
for me,
So,
you might go for Ravindra Jadeja. Sorry, I forgot the name of Ravindra Jadeja here. And Ravindra Jadeja is there, so there is the 15th spot is not available. So I think स्टैंड बाय में तिलक वर्मा रहने चाहिए, लेकिन तिलक वर्मा होने चाहिए. सॉरी, यहाँ पर रविंद्र जडेजा को आई फॉरगॉट, माय मिस्टेक. रविंद्र जडेजा है नंबर 15 पे, मतलब 15 स्क्वाड में ये स्क्वाड बनेगी.
okay. Now, Srini, I don't find any place for Sanju Samson in the team, even for the Asia Cup and World Cup. What are your takes?
No, Sanju doesn't come into the squads. There's no place for Sanju. 5 names, okay? Just remember these 5 names: Shreyas Iyer,
Hmm.
uh, Surya Kumar Yadav.
Hmm.
Okay, let's take. I know there is this Asia Cup angle. Let's keep Tilak's name aside. Okay, 3.
Hmm.
Mohammad Shami 4, and Arshdeep Singh 5. Why Arshdeep? I'm saying Arshdeep because the option that there could be a chance to consider a left arm seamer. Why are we discounting it? Yeah, tell me.
But Srini, again, Arshdeep is in the Asian Games squad.
Arshdeep is there, or okay? I thought that Jaidev
Arshdeep is
Unadkat is
also
there.
in Asian Games
But
squad. Tilak Verma is also there in Asian Games
Yeah,
squad.
Jaidev Unadkat nahi hai.
No, Jaydev Unadkat. It's not. Let me check the squad once again.
I
I'll
thought
put it for
Jaidev
you.
Unadkat is
नहीं,
part of the Asian.
but एक ही सवाल है यहाँ पे मेरा. Just because someone is in the Asian Games doesn't mean he can be brought out and swapped, right? Because Asian Games
Yeah.
वैसे इस साल का, हालांकि it's India's best chance to win something, it's also the least important trophy, right? So Saramya, just because someone is there doesn't mean they'll stay there ना. The moment the manager says कि भाई हमें वो चाहिए, वो लड़का उसी दिन वहां से वहां जाएगा. So let's not spend too much time talking कि कौन कहाँ है. Indian cricket में ये 2 मिनट में ये change हो जाएंगे ये लोग.
Very true.
But
Well,
then,
that's also-
Jamie, at first place, why did they put such kind of players? For example,
That is
Arshdeep Singh
BCCI,
and Tilak
sir.
Verma in Asian Games.
That's
That's
ये तो सालों से चलता आ रहा है.
प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, आप जैसे एवरीथिंग इज फाइन एज लॉन्ग एज यू डोंट गो लुकिंग फॉर लॉजिक, यू नो. तो
yeah.
उसको आप
वही है.
ओके, व्हाई I'll just quickly complete this. Yeah, okay, Jaidev Unadkat preparing for World Cup. This guy is saying Jaidev Unadkat preparing for World Cup because not me. I'm not saying मेरा दोस्त, मेरा प्रिय मित्र चेतन नरूला missing है. Otherwise, right now you would have like eaten my brains off that, mark my words, Jaidev Unadkat को ये लोग लेंगे. I mean, that's how he thinks they're stupid enough to
Yeah.
consider him. But anyways, point is, I'm saying these 4 or 5 names, keep this aside. In my mind, 13, that's what I said. 13 of the 15 players, in my mind, I'm sure who they are going to be. Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, Ishan Kishan, Hardik Pandya, Shardul Thakur, Ravindra Jadeja, Aksar Patel, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, कुलदीप यादव, यजुवेंद्र चहल, ये है 13 प्लेयर. अब आपको भरने हैं इसमें 2 स्लॉट. अगर श्रेयस फिट एंड अवेलेबल है तो नो क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड, श्रेयस अय्यर कम्स इनटू द स्क्वाड. अगर श्रेयस फिट एंड अवेलेबल नहीं है तो then the debate is between Surya Kumar Yadav and, as Chaitanya rightfully said, why not consider Tilak? Not a bad choice at all, although I'm pretty sure this team management will not take that risk. They will not go for Tilak. They don't have an appetite for risk. I know that. I mean, although it's worth considering, they will go for a Surya Kumar Yadav. But that, again, these are the choices. Mohammad Shami automatically, obviously, given the experience, walks in. I am just thinking, is a left arm pacer an option that they might want to consider? Nahi. So then the Mohammad Shami walks in. Where is the rocket science here? There is no rocket science.
Okay. So, Jamie, do you feel the same? What are your thoughts on the teams playing?
Exactly. So once Shini mentioned the first 13, that's what I was going to say. मैंने कहा Mohammad Shami कहाँ है? But he's clarified that. See again, look, the need for a left arm pacer is bleeding obvious. हमें चाहिए, right? But for whatever reason, again, Shini mentioned logic. I mean, logic in the sense हम जो देख रहे हैं बाहर की दुनिया से, अगर आपने अर्शदीप सिंह को 30-31 T20 खिलाए और सिर्फ दो वनडे मैच अब तक, तो clearly he's not in the picture. But like we said, अगर एक दिन किसी का दिमाग का पता चल गया, अरे यार लेफ्ट आर्म पेसर नहीं, and it's possible, it could happen 10 days before the World Cup, कुछ possible है. If they've not considered a left arm pacer till now, then I get the point. अभी कहाँ से आएंगे अर्शदीप सिंह, right? Which is very strange. You should have actually been picking him for the last 8-9 months. लेकिन फरवरी के महीने से, फेब से लेकर अगस्त तक, जुलाई तक, he didn't play a match for India. ठीक है, but had he been part of India's one-day plans or back in the New Zealand series या Bangladesh, I think he played 2 matches in New Zealand. उसके बाद वो नहीं देखे. It's too late, frankly, to bring him in now. But I'm not saying it's not possible, right? बाकी again, I think the debate comes down to आपको एक extra left-arm spinning all-rounder चाहिए in Akshar Patel, or do you want another bowler, right? Probably if you have Jadeja, if you have Kuldeep, frankly, I'm not seeing Chahal in the World Cup squad because Rohit Sharma doesn't use him in one-day matches. Hardik Pandya does. तो अगर वो one-day नहीं खेल रहे पिछले 10 महीने से, तो क्यों होंगे World Cup squad में? But again, that's just my thinking. But you do need a second specialist spinner. क्या वो second spinner Chahal होंगे जिनकी बैटिंग non-existent है, जो one-days नहीं खेल रहे हैं, या अक्षर पटेल जिनके आंकड़े बहुत अच्छे हैं? So for me, that's the only difference. I don't see Chahal coming in. I think your third spinner after Kuldeep and Jadeja will be Akshar Patel. Yes, Shini?
In the 15?
In the 15.
No,
I don't see Chahal.
Akshar also.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So who's missing then? So you kept out Sky.
I have not put Sky because I said that if Shreyas is available, then Shreyas walks in there.
Okay. That's why. So your 4 spinners are Kuldeep, Chahal, Akshar, Jaddu, right?
The reason being, I'll also justify why I settled for spinners because, see, you know, the best comparison would be the 2011 squad, which we played at home, the World Cup. Look at the number of cricketers in that squad who could roll their arm over, right? From Sachin to Sehwag to Yuvraj to
Yusuf.
इस टीम में कोई नहीं है यार. No, there is not a single guy, other than the option of Hardik and Shardul.
So then, I'm on the same page. So then the only difference from my 15 then would be Surya hai or Chahal out hai, because I think you already have enough spinners. I don't think आपको 4 spinners की जरूरत है. That's my difference. Why I'm saying Sky is इस show पे, इस पूरे channel में कोई इतना anti Sky नहीं है जितना मैं हूँ, लेकिन अभी तक आपने उनको 26 मैच दिए, आंकड़े बहुत खराब है, ये टाइम नहीं है ड्रॉप करने का. If somehow you make the mistake of playing him in your 11, then please नंबर 6 के अलावा इनको कहीं मत डालना. इनका जो वनडे आजकल स्थिति है वो इतना बिगड़ चुका है. You don't want him facing more than 30-40 balls. No more 3, no more 4, no more 5. if you have to pick him, he only bats at 6. वो भी तब जब मैच में 11 ओवर 12 ओवर बचे हैं. That's just my take on Sky.
Chaitanya, what do you feel? Do you second what Jamie is saying? What should be the batting position of Surya Kumar Yadav if he is in the playing 11?
See, the problem with this team is that what Srini said and what Jamie is saying, they are saying the right thing. Jamie is saying कि हमने देखा है कि रोहित यूवी को खिला के यूवी को युजवेंद्र चहल को खिलवा के खुश नहीं है, तो वो खिलाता ही नहीं है. तो जैसे आपने हमसे साइड पूछी, हमारी साइड ये होनी चाहिए कि चहल उसमें होना चाहिए इंडिया के बेनिफिट के लिए, बिकॉज आप एक ही तरह के सारे तीनों लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर के साथ खेलेंगे तो कोई फायदा नहीं है, बिकॉज इट बिकम द सेम अटैक ऑल टुगेदर. Chahal comes in with a wrist spin, so there's a chance of taking more. We have seen other players also not, other countries not doing very well against leg spinners. They had this mental block against leg spinners, so I think वो होना चाहिए. But रोहित को जितना आपने देखा, जैसे आपने हार्दिक को देखा, हार्दिक has lot of bowling to Chahal, but रोहित नहीं देते हैं. तो कैप्टन के माइंडसेट से पता चलता है कि कहीं ना कहीं वो उनकी टीम में नहीं रखने वाले. अच्छा, दूसरी चीज ये है कि जैसे श्रेणी ने बोला, इस टीम के अंदर प्रॉब्लम क्या, अगर आप रोहित, शुभमन गिल, विराट कोहली, उसके बाद आप अगर केएल राहुल तो कीपिंग कर रहे हैं, अगर स्काई की बात करते हैं तो ये जो आपके 4 मेन प्लेयर जो आप गिनते हैं, उन चारों प्लेयर बॉल नहीं डालते. फिर तिलक वर्मा भी जो टीम में आ रहे हैं वो भी हाथ नहीं घुमाते, मतलब उनसे ऑफ स्पिन उस दिन कराई है, बट वो भी कोई मेजरली डोमेस्टिक में भी बॉल नहीं डालते. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये प्रॉब्लम है कि इस टीम के अंदर ना जो ऊपर वाले प्लेयर हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं करते विद बॉल. या तो रोहित शर्मा को बॉल डालना शुरू करना चाहिए बिकॉज ही कैन बॉल, बट वो कर नहीं रहे हैं. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो मिसिंग लिंक है. अगर आपके कोई भी बॉलर अच्छा नहीं करते तो आपके पास चॉइस नहीं है उसके बाद कहीं जाने की, तो वो एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. और स्काई के लिए जैसे मैंने बोला, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट वेरी हैप्पी विद द एज ए प्लेयर. ही इज अ वेरी गुड प्लेयर बिकॉज वो इंडिया खेल रहे हैं तो ऑब्वियसली ही इज अ टॉप क्वालिटी प्लेयर. हमने उनको देखा अलग अलग जगह पे भी, आईपीएल में भी, इंडिया के लिए भी उन्होंने परफॉर्म करते हुए, और व्हेन ही परफॉर्म्स ही टेक्स द गेम अवे. बट प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पर यह है कंसिस्टेंसी. यू हैव टू बी कंसिस्टेंट. यू कैन नॉट प्ले 10 मैचेस एंड स्कोर इन 3 मैचेस एंड देन यू से सी I am a guy who you can rely on. We need a guy who performs, who doesn't take a match away from opponents, but stay there for the team till the last, and give a platform of 5-6 matches, not of 3 matches. We need a player like that who can bat completely throughout the inning, because हमारे पास जितने भी प्लेयर है, रोहित भी मैच विनर है, शुभमन भी मैच विनर है, विराट भी अपने आप में मैच विनर है, केएल राहुल को भी हमने देखा है कि वो भी मैच विनर रहते हैं. फिर उसके बाद नीचे हार्दिक पांड्या कैन टेक द गेम अवे, रविंद्र जडेजा कैन बैट. सो हमें एक ऐसा प्लेयर चाहिए जो इन सबके बीच में एक एंकर रोल प्ले कर सके और गेम को चलाता रहे. So that is which is very important.
That could be Washington Sundar.
Yes, if he is fit. I was always saying कि Washington Sundar होना चाहिए, शिवम दुबे हो सकता है, मतलब कोई भी
अगर फिट है तो Washington Sundar is the guy.
So exactly. So
yeah, Jamie.
Exactly. यही हम बात कर रहे थे कुछ दिन पहले, राइट, वेस्ट इंडीज को लेकर. अगर वॉशिंगटन सुंदर आज अगर वो आयरलैंड की फ्लाइट पे हैं, राइट, और वो एशियन गेम जा रहे हैं, तो भैया वो वर्ल्ड कप, ही इज क्लियरली फिट, राइट. आई डोंट थिंक, क्योंकि देखो ही इज 23, 24, वेरी यंग. इनके आंकड़े देखिए तीनों फॉर्मेट में, ही इज बीन एक्सट्रीमली इंपैक्टफुल, राइट. सो ही इज अ नेम. आई डोंट थिंक इनफ पीपल आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. आई एम ग्लैड कि यहाँ पे हम सारे पैनलिस्ट इस बात से सहमत है कि अगर वो फिट है, आई थिंक ही इज फिट, ही इज गोइंग टू आयरलैंड, ही बोर्डेड द फ्लाइट टुडे, राइट. तो ही इज अ प्लेयर. अगर वो आयरलैंड खेलते हैं तीनों मैच और वो कुछ करते हैं, he more than anybody else, he could be that left field selection who अचानक comes back, क्योंकि वो एंकर रोल खेल सकते हैं. बॉलिंग बेहतरीन है, आपको ऑफ स्पिनर की जरूरत है. अश्विन तो हरगिज नहीं आएंगे, वो 1.5 साल से खेले नहीं वनडे. Because of his vital stats in T20s, Ramya, and one days in the last 15 months, he could be very, very slim chance. He could be that missing link. बैटिंग कर सकते हैं, एंकर खेल सकते हैं, लेकिन a more practical option जो अभी चैतन्य कह रहे हैं कि अभी हमको वो एंकर की जरूरत है. If you want someone to be the anchor, एक ही बंदा है, वो है केएल राहुल.
अच्छा जेमी, यहाँ पर एक और सवाल खड़ा होता है. जो आपने बात करी कि वॉशिंगटन सुंदर फिट है, वो आयरलैंड जा रहे हैं, वो एशियन गेम्स के स्क्वाड में भी है, तो क्यों नहीं
Correct.
वो वर्ल्ड कप के स्क्वाड में हो सकते हैं, क्यों नहीं उनको पहले चांसेस दिए गए. अब यहाँ पर सबसे बड़ा सवाल यही आता है कि क्या ये सारे सिलेक्शन के डिसीजंस पर एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क है. जिस तरह के आपने सिलेक्शंस करे हैं, हमने स्टार्ट में भी ये बात करी कि व्हाई अर्शदीप सिंह इज देयर इन द एशियन गेम स्क्वाड. ठीक है, तिलक वर्मा तो अभी उन्होंने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, इसीलिए चर्चा ज्यादा हो रही है. इससे पहले तो
Correct.
अर्शदीप सिंह के ऊपर हो रही थी, और अभी हम वॉशिंगटन सुंदर को लेकर आए हैं. सो डू यू थिंक एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स ऑल एंड ऑल अबाउट द सिलेक्शन चॉइसेस, द सिलेक्शन of the players that they have done for different tournaments?
Maybe not all in all, but हाँ, जैसे कि हम ये पूरे साल से हम चर्चा कर रहे हैं, this is the 8th month of the year going on. We've said the selection committee or the selection decisions have largely been flawed, right? अभी ये कुछ बात चल रही है कि हार्दिक पांड्या उस टीम से खुश नहीं जो कि उनको T20s में दिया गया, वनडेज में. It makes total sense because how do you send only 5 batsmen and 8 bowlers, right? ये हमने कल की या हमने परसों के शो पे सॉरी हमने ये बात किया था कि वेस्ट इंडीज के लिए जो T20 स्क्वाड चुना गया था, इट वाज सो फ्लॉड, राइट? बट इट्स जस्ट द लेटेस्ट एग्जांपल. वी कैन गो बैक टू अगेन, इफ चेतन वाज हियर ही बी टेलिंग अस हाउ दिनेश कार्तिक वाज पिक्ड फॉर डिज्नीलैंड, राइट? सो इट्स नॉट लाइक ये नई बात नहीं है. सिलेक्शन फ्लॉज तो काफी टाइम से चल रहे हैं. अगेन, इफ Washington Sundar is fit enough to go to Ireland, then I think he was fit enough to play these 5 T20s in the West Indies, right? अर्शदीप सिंह को लेके हमने बात किया है. आई एम सेइंग इट्स वेरी वेरी पॉसिबल, लॉजिक एक तरफ, बट इट्स वेरी वेरी पॉसिबल कि वॉशिंगटन सुंदर, अर्शदीप अचानक आ सकते हैं वर्ल्ड कप स्क्वाड में. नॉट एशिया कप, आई थिंक दैट स्क्वाड शुड बी आउट टुमारो, बट वर्ल्ड कप में ये अभी तक मिक्स में है ये लोग.
Now, Srini, there have been reports that most likely the squad that we announced for the Asia Cup with same one for ODI World Cup as well. Any details about that?
I had heard about this. I think somebody from the BCCI had actually said this a couple of weeks ago, but I don't see logic in it. I mean, why would you tie your own hands and kind of? It's like you're putting yourself in a prison by saying something which you're binding yourself to. Still stay with an open mind. I mean, I don't see any reason. And although logic would suggest that yes, by the time एशिया कप का मैं स्क्वाड डालूं, मुझे पता रहना चाहिए कि मेरे मोटा मोटा 15 प्लेयर्स जो है वो कौन होने वाले हैं. That much I should know. See, for example, you have a guy who's been under rehab and whatever injury recovery. I'm talking about Shreyas, right?
Yeah.
For like close to 6 months now, right? Now, the kind of people who are tending to this boy, the boy knows his body, everything said and done. If these guys don't know by now whether Shreyas is going to be ready or not, I have my doubts then. Because by now you should know. I mean, there are kind of number of doctors, physiotherapists, trainers who are attending to him 24/7. By now you should have a very good idea. And based on that, actually, let me add here that this people I spoke with sounded very confident that Shreyas is going to, kind of.
But if you see this video, Srini, this is the video that we saw a few days back. In this video, Shreyas Iyer wasn't looking very comfortable while he was walking, and then he moved to the back.
Never, ever, ever go by these things. Never, ever go by these things. We live in the day and age of social media, and we live in the day and age of, people trying to show us things which, of, we don't have a clue, we don't understand these things, and we really need to, until we hear it from the relevant authorities here, never. I sorry to digress, I'll quickly give you this thing. I was very new to journalism. I'm way long back. I remember old Wankhede Stadium, old press box. I remember standing there, and there used to be this standing joke in terms of a couple of people. Obviously, everybody used to be aligned to a player. So a player would get out of the dressing room and start walking to the middle, and there would be a couple of guys standing out there, looking in the stands, looking at him. देखो ये limp कर रहा है. See, he's limping. ये देखो ये तो सीधे चल नहीं रहा है. ये देखो इसका लेफ्ट लेग ठीक ही नहीं है. ये तो दौड़ ही नहीं पा रहा है. ये तो इतना आपके बाजू में खड़े रहे कि आपको इतने बार आपके कान में बोल देंगे ना, ये तो लिम्प कर रहा है, ये तो सीधे नहीं चल रहा है, ये तो लाड़ा चल रहा है, टेढ़ा चल रहा है. 10 मिनट बाद आप सोचो कि यार बात तो सही है, देखो सीधे तो चल नहीं रहा है. It's all very psychological. Leave all that to the experts. Let's hear it from them.
Absolutely, yes. Yes. So, So as you mentioned that, you don't find any sense that the same squad will be there for the Asia Cup and ODI World Cup. But Chaitanya, I want to know from you how important it is to have clarity when you are making up a squad for such two big tournaments, and especially when we'll be getting the squad for Asia Cup in just a few days, and we still have time to get out that squad of World Cup.
See, when you're making a site for such a big tournaments, you need to understand that you need to have backups. So first of all, Rohit Gill, okay, two players
Okay.
you go, which gonna open for you. Suppose somebody gets injured, who can open for you at that point of a time? Then you have KL Rahul. If he's fit, he can come and bat and open. So you have a substitute. If Rahul fails, Rahul doesn't perform well, or he gets injured, then you have a backup keeper, which is Ishan Kishan. Okay, Ishan Kishan can also bat up the order. So what is my team is? My team is Rohit Gill. You have a now backup for Rohit and Gill. Virat Kohli number three. You always pray that he stays fit complete tournament because you doesn't have a replacement for him. But if
Yeah.
he goes something wrong, then KL can bat number three also. So number
Yeah.
four for me is Sky. Sorry, KL Rahul. Okay.
Okay.
Then Sky, then Hardik. I'm telling you what playing 11 I will play. Rohit, Gill, Virat, number 4 Rahul, then Sky number 5, then 6 number Hardik, then 7 is Jadeja, then 8 comes Bumrah, then 9 comes Siraj, 10 comes Kuldeep. Now looking at the condition, if it's a Himachal we are playing, I will go with Shardul Thakur. If we are playing on a wicket which is gonna turn, then I will might go for Akshar. Okay. So 11 is Shardul or Akshar. So 11 and 12 is Shardul Akshar. 13 is Shami. 14th is Ishan Kishan. Now comes 15. So if Iyer's fit, then you can have Sky or Iyer at that point of time. So the Sky can go out and Iyer can come in. But 15th is a very crucial number which gonna give you a cushion against the injuries you could have in this tournament, or somebody doesn't perform according to you with what you need. If he's out of form, then you have a person who can come in. For me, 15 is a very crucial number, which is could be a Chahal, Tilak, and very good name said by Srini, which is Washington Sundar. If Sundar comes in, then he gives you, Chahal or Sundar comes in, he gives you complete option for both the bowling, you know. So
Yeah.
taking again Rahul, Rohit's confidence in Chahal, he is missing in this team. If he misses, then I would love to go with Sundar, you know. So for
Yeah. We
me,
huh.
you need to have complete spinners and backup for each and every player. You need to make a team like this. Then you need to have standbys because ICC allows if something goes wrong, then you can have a change. So I think then Tilak can come as a standby. So I think this is the team. Number 15 is very, very crucial in this side. So you need to understand and think how you're gonna play, what wickets you're gonna play, what opponents are you are playing, how well they play against these bowlers, who's gonna bowl in your power play if the fast bowling is not working. So you need to think because चहल बहुत ज़्यादा पावर प्ले में बॉलिंग करना पसंद नहीं करते हमने देखा है. Washington Sundar can do that. How many left-handers there's gonna be in other teams, major big teams like Australia के against, England के against, आप दूसरी बड़ी टीम की बात श्रीलंका के अगेंस्ट जो अच्छा कर सकती है इस कंडीशन में, पाकिस्तान के अगेंस्ट उनके पास कितने लेफ्ट हैंडर होंगे, उनके पास लेफ्ट हैंडर कम है तो उनके पास क्या लेग स्पिनर वो कैसे खेलते हैं, सर्कल में कौन बॉल डालेगा. सो ये बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं. एज ए सिलेक्टर यू नीड टू सिट डाउन. इट्स नॉट जस्ट वन डे जॉब. इट हैज टू अ कंप्लीट प्लानिंग. आपको पूरा एक ग्राफ बनाना पड़ेगा, पूरा आपको एक चार्ट बनाना पड़ता है, अपने माइंड में सोचना पड़ता है कि यार ये बॉलर यहाँ शूट करेगा नहीं करेगा, कहाँ खेल रहे हैं, कौन सा बॉलर जल्दी थक जाता है, कौन सा बॉलर जल्दी ब्रेक डाउन करता है, किस प्लेयर के ऊपर हम विश्वास कर सकते हैं कि पूरा टूर्नामेंट इजीली खेल देगा. तो बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं. सो आई थिंक नंबर 15 इज वेरी क्रूशियल नंबर. इस टीम के साथ प्रॉब्लम यही है बिकॉज आपके पास सिर्फ नंबर 15 पे एक क्रूशियल नंबर बन रहा है. 14 15 भी बहुत क्रूशियल हो सकता है, बट इस टीम में प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये सब बॉलिंग नहीं करते हैं, सब सिर्फ बैटिंग कर रहे हैं. या फिर ऑलराउंडर में बात करें तो शार्दुल ठाकुर इसलिए लकी है बिकॉज हमारे पास ऐसे प्लेयर नहीं है जो वहां पे बॉल डाल दें. अगर वो बॉल डालते हैं हार्दिक पांड्या के होने के बाद शार्दुल की आपको जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. यू कुड हैव गॉन फॉर अ प्योर बॉलर्स. बट यहाँ पे हार्दिक का बैकअप आपने रखा शार्दुल ठाकुर बिकॉज कोई और भी ऐसा प्लेयर नहीं है जो कैन कम इन. So I think
So all in all, Asia Cup squad announcement will be very, very crucial, even if we take the same squad to the World Cup or not. Jamie, we saw the reports of Prasidh Krishna's fitness. I want to know from you, is there any possibility of seeing him in the Asia Cup squad?
If there's a possibility of Arshdeep playing and Washington Sundar playing, then by all means there's room for that. फर्क ये है कि भाई he's also not been playing for a long time. बहुत टाइम से वो बाहर थे NCA में. He's going to Ireland. He's on the way to Ireland. ये बहुत अच्छी बात है. लेकिन क्या वो तीनों T20 खेलेंगे? क्या 3 T20 इतना सबूत है कि इसको खेलना चाहिए? Again, if you go by stats, he's played 14 one days. He's got 25 wickets. Economy strike rate average बहुत अच्छी है इस प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा का. I think he's the missing link in terms of, forget Asia, I don't think it's time, but keeping in mind the next 2 years of international cricket, ये तीनों फॉर्मेट का खिलाड़ी है. हाइट है 140 रेगुलरली क्लॉक कर सकता है, but unfortunately he's been out for so long as Bumrah almost. So I just don't think 3 T20Is if he plays in Ireland is enough indication. Had he come back maybe even जून के महीने में या ये वेस्ट इंडीज जाता, मैं कहता जरूर प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा would fill that missing fast bowler slot, but right now I just don't think इनके पास इतना options हैं वापस आने के लिए.
Okay, Srini, what's your take?
See, as JB said, I agree. I mean, a great option. Now, as much as I'm waiting to see how Jasprit Bumrah is waiting to come back from the injury, so is the case with Prasid, right? So I think either which ways we have the time. We don't have to jump the gun on either of them. We really have to. I mean, it's a very. I personally believe it was the wrong decision to give him the captaincy for this Ireland tour or whatever. I mean, should have just left him there with a free mind to just kind of warm up and see how you are like kind of taking to. But here's one thing I'll give it to this Indian team back end, not team management में वहाँ पे नहीं जा रहा हूँ. जो back end पे काम कर रहे हैं इस Indian team के साथ, उनको मैं एक चीज का credit देना चाहूँगा. None of these guys have been rushed. Once bitten, twice shy. They have really not, they've really shied away from taking another risk. None of these players have actually been rushed in saying that, now is the time, send them to the West Indies. एक time होता था, अरे boss, the tournament series happening other than the end of the globe, just send him, team के साथ रहेगा, mix हो जाएगा, पता चल जाएगा, vibe समझ में आ जाएगा. So what I like is none of those things are being done. They have taken their time. I remember this was in the month of May, if I'm not mistaken, May, yes. I was talking to someone about Prasid, KL, Aksar, and at that time, the person who's like, kind of had an idea of things was telling me, what, these guys are like kind of, even Boom for that matter, what, these guys are actually on their path to recovery, and there's a good feeling about them. And, kind of, let's see, but we are hoping that in a couple of months from now, they'll be ready, they'll be match fit, ready to walk out there. The same was said about Prasid also, right? So you have this Asia Cup, you have the opportunity, you have the time now. You're still in the month of August, right?
Yeah.
So you still have a good full month, and considering BCCI, हमारा squad सबसे आखिरी में जाएगा. So we have that kind of time to experiment, see. Don't be rigid. Don't go by this whole, आप उस squad में है तो आप इधर नहीं आ सकते हो, इस squad में है तो उधर नहीं आ सकते हो. Play with a free mind. I think we more or less counted the 13, which we think, kind of is kind of in there. It's just a question of one or two guys. उसमें भी अगर टीम मैनेजमेंट को लगता है कि श्रेयस फिट है और श्रेयस आ सकता है स्क्वाड में, क्यों नहीं? Shreyas Iyer should play a World Cup that is being held on home soil. Perfect asset. Just the kind of asset I would need. That leaves me just with one guy. And I believe अगर हम वॉशिंगटन सुंदर को कंसिडर कर रहे हैं और अगर हमने शमी को 15 में डाल दिया है, तो फिर तो जगह बनती भी नहीं है. आप कितने पेसर लेके जाओगे? आपके पास बुमराह हो गया, शमी हो गया और सिराज हो गया, शार्दुल है, पांड्या है. इनके बीच में आप क्या 2 या 3 बॉलर, आपके 3 स्पिनर खेलने की आपकी शायद हालत हो जाए जिस तरीके के ट्रैक्स वहां पे अवेलेबल रहेंगे. सो जगह कहाँ बन रही है? जगह बन भी नहीं रही. आप अगर मुझे पेसर ही खिलाना है, और इट डजंट मैटर लेफ्ट आर्म मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं है, मुझे पता है, आई विल नॉट लुक बियॉन्ड मोहम्मद शमी ना. वो तो मतलब कोई
वो तो हो ही नहीं सकते. हाँ,
मतलब मोहम्मद शमी एक टांग पे आ रहे हैं बॉलिंग करने, मैं बोलूंगा भाई मोहम्मद शमी शुड बी इन द स्क्वाड. तो उसमें तो कोई दो राय है ही नहीं. सो आई थिंक we are sorted, more or less we are sorted. It's only a question of 2 names out of the 15, 13 we are sorted.
Srini, whether we are completely sorted or not, we'll get to know in a few days, because Asia
The
Cup
team is sorted. The team management, I have my doubts. The team is sorted.
Yeah, That's where the big question mark lies, right? But yes, we'll get to know about everything this week itself because Asia Cup squad will be out. Also, this week is going to be very exciting because the three-match T20 series against Ireland will also begin this week, and we're going to see how Jasprit Bumrah is going to perform there. That's the big thing everyone's waiting for. But let's wait and watch. Let's see what happens, and till then, we will all stay connected with each other, come up for such live sessions. The ones who are watching us in this live show, you also stay connected to us. Do subscribe our channel if you have not. Thank you so much, Srini, Chaitanya, and Jamie for joining with me. And thank you everyone for watching us live.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट